Well,
Yeah, Bob.
we are talking about Black Widow.
Yeah, because apparently there's a lot to talk about with Black Widow.
People are mad.
People are mad, confused, indifferent to the whole situation. I think it's best if we just go back to the beginning and break down everything that's going on one at a time.
Okay.
Long story short, the Black Widow, the Marvel comic book character portrayed by Scarlett Johansson in the Avengers movies, has been at the center of a lot of controversy, especially recently with the release of Age of Ultron.
Right.
Some of this stuff has been long-stemming. Some of this is, as recent as Friday when Age of Ultron came out.
In America.
In America. It's been out around the world, apparently. But let's take this one at a time and see if we can figure out just why this character... Because she hasn't been... Let's be honest here. Black Widow, she's been like a Marvel character for a long time, but she was never really like...
Popular.
Yeah. I guess you can compare her to Iron Man before the movie came out. Like like Marvel Comics fans knew who they were, but the mainstream didn't.
Right.
So, all right. So, one of the things about Black Widow that people are mad about is that she doesn't have really a lot of merchandise. And you may think, like, that's, like, what's the big deal? Superheroes are merchandise out the ass.
Right.
And the fact that, you really can't find any Black Widow action figures anywhere. Same thing happened last year with Guardians. They underprinted a whole Gamora action figure run.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that worth a lot of money now?
Probably. So.
Do they have a lot of Hawkeye merchandise?
They have more than Black Widow. Like, there's this picture.
All right.
I have this picture. I'll put it up down here. But it's these girls with like a 6-pack of action figures. And it's all the male characters from Age of Ultron.
No.
And they're pissed off.
Wait, is that Hawkeye?
Yeah, it's Hawkeye right there.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so Hawkeye's in there, but Black Widow isn't. Cool. And this mentality is sort of also, some people think, have extended into the Star Wars merchandise. Because the Star Wars Black series, which are the best action figures ever made, the 6-inch run has only had one Leia figure. And it was her slave Leia outfit.
Oh.
And the second one that they were supposed to put out, the second Leia figure, keeps getting delayed.
What is it?
I think it's her...
Hoth?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So, it's weird, especially because this is Disney, the kings of marketing towards girls.
Or princesses.
Yeah.
The queens of marketing towards girls.
So... We're not, it's so weird that they would not do that. Not even put out like an action figure or like a girl themed action figure for Black Widow or Gamora.
It's not weird because this is a comic book thing.
Right, but I mean, girls read comics, girls like toys.
But
and even like I would like a good Black Widow figure,
right,
or a good,
right.
Gamora figure, or a good Princess Leia figure.
But like, okay, no, you're right.
Yeah.
However, the Black Widow's story in Age of Ultron is sexist.
See, I don't know if
well, that's part of the controversy.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to that point. So, Black Widow's story in Age of Ultron. The big thing is they reveal more of her backstory, her time in the Red Room and like her Russian spy training, and the big twist at the end of that, where like she's talking to
spoilers.
Massive spoilers. The big twist at the end of that is she reveals to Banner that she can't have kids because at the end of her training, they pretty much remove her uterus.
When that scene happened, I said to myself, I don't care. Well, why are you saying this? I could not give two shits if you can have a kid or not, because you're not going to have a kid during the Avengers. You're too busy doing shit.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I understand why she said it, because Banner said before, like, I can't have kids. Like, my sperm would probably kill you. Like, he can't have kids. To me, it was a way of her to relate to him.
Yeah, but the way she said it, it was like supposed to be like this devastating thing.
Yeah, well, it is.
Like, who cares? Go adopt something. It's like the same thing.
Right, but I mean, having your womb taken out of you as part of being a spy, that's kind of devastating. It's not, the big, deep, dark secret we all thought it was.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest.
A lot of people do. A lot of people think that, having that be her big twist, the fact, she has regrets about motherhood, which I don't think she does.
That's this whole thing that I just didn't need to know. That it doesn't add or remove anything from her character.
Well, I think they were expecting like she murdered her family with her bare hands, or like she strangled puppies while kicking another puppy. Dark stuff like that. To have her, removed from the ability to have kids, to a lot of people,
or she had a daughter.
And she had to,
she had to get rid of it or something. Yeah. Like, that would be devastating. But the fact that she can't have kids, like,
And I think people
go get a test tube baby, whatever.
I think people are, equating that to.
They created life in the movie. They created a life,
right?
And she's worried that she can't have a baby. Well, just flip on that tank again and make another vision.
What I'm trying to say, if you would stop interrupting me, is the reason why I think people are upset is because they boiled down somebody's problem to a stereotypical
baby crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
To being baby crazy.
Which, again, I don't think she is. I don't think that was the point of the scene. To me, the point of the scene was her trying to she clearly likes Bruce Banner. Clearly. That was throughout the whole movie. That's blatantly obvious. And Banner is being Banner about the situation. And she's trying to connect with him in any way she can.
But also, why does she like Bruce Banner? All of a sudden, like a light switch. It was really weird.
It was, and like...
Her whole story was bizarre in this movie.
I wouldn't say it was bizarre. I mean...
And she's a damsel in distress at the end.
Was she though? Because
she shouldn't be. She's friggin' Black Widow.
Right, but I mean, she handled herself. She made the little radio thing so she can contact Hawkeye. I mean, most damsels in distress don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she wasn't. I wouldn't say she was a damsel.
Like, why didn't Ultron just offer?
No, take that up with Ultron. I mean, to me, she wasn't so much a damsel as much as she was, a hero caught off guard. That could have happened to any of them. The fact that it was Black Widow is inconsequential.
So they think it's sexist because
she's
baby crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I don't agree with that. I don't think you agree with that.
I just think I definitely think that part was stupid.
It was a lame.
I don't think she should be baby crazy.
Right. And I don't think she is.
I mean, it might be sexist, but comic books are inherently sexist.
Right, but, at the same time, there's been, they've been changing slowly, but, they're changing.
They definitely have.
And this was, and I think the biggest problem with this was that this movie was written and directed by Joss Whedon, who has been revered for being a feminist icon, especially in pop culture.
That's true.
And people just sent him death threats over it.
Oh, that's why he left Twitter.
That's not why he said that's not why he left Twitter. He's probably just being nice, but I mean, it's coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not. I mean, it's gotten to a point now where we can't have nice things because, and it's so weird because like I said, Black Widow wasn't ever a bad character, but she was such like a minor character. And now she's at the center of this global controversy over, treatment of women in action movies and comic books and popular culture in general. She's like the figure of this movement.
Joss Whedon is definitely not sexist.
Right.
He was probably just thinking this is like, if you don't have intentions to make it, like, I don't know, it's tough territory. Like he just thought like that would be a devastating thing for
it's something
for
like
her.
Something simple, not too R-rated for a kids movie, and
but also you know what, it is kind of sexist because the Hulk Just like, I can't have kids. And like he just said it in passing, like it was no big deal. But then when she says I can't have kids either, all of a sudden it's devastating.
Well, because, they made a much... I guess they made a much more bigger deal of the fact that Black Widow can't have kids, because Banner was in passing, and Black Widow's like, neither can I. When I was in the Red Room, they removed my uterus.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That was a little bit more.
But also, you can't blame Joss Whedon, because there were so many other people that story had to be told to.
Yeah, and I'm sure that passed through like
could have
100 people.
Put a red marker to it.
That scene where Thor goes to the cave and gets in the pool. Like, Joss Whedon didn't want to put that in. Like, Kevin Feige and Marvel made him put that scene in.
Why? Because he's shirtless?
That, and because it connects it to the whole Infinity Gauntlet story.
Yeah, so there's something in it for men and women, this movie.
My point is, like, Marvel ultimately has final say in this movie, so at some point, somebody there should have said, hey, Joss, maybe change Black Widow's arc a little bit. So to lay this all on Joss Whedon is completely unfair.
I would say I wouldn't be surprised if he had nothing to do with that.
Really?
Yeah. If somebody else was like, this is what's gonna happen, he was like, no, and they're like, well, too bad.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a $1 billion movie here. We have to go by this formula.
Yeah. And I think it's one of the strangest things to me is that Mark Ruffalo, who plays Bruce Banner, has been on the forefront. Like, he tweeted to Disney saying, hey, how come my daughters can't buy Black Widow action figures? And things like that. But nobody's asked Scarlett Johansson about this.
It's true.
Like, the closest we got was that SNL skit she did where it was like, the Black Widow movie where it was a romantic comedy.
That was pretty funny.
But, like, other than that, like, I don't think anybody has asked her, her opinions on this. I mean, I know people have asked her, like, would she do a Black Widow movie? And, of course, she said yes. Why wouldn't she?
Well, this is all going to change when they have the Miss Marvel movie.
Captain Marvel. Well, that brings up another point, because by the time Captain Marvel comes out, there will have been, like, 15 films. One of them stars a woman. The rest have been, Black Widow cameoing in other movies.
Right.
You'd think, Marvel would maybe do more movies with female characters. A leaked email from Sony, of course, between Sony and the CEO of Marvel Comics about, making a female-led superhero movie. And in it...
Sony?
Yeah, to Sony. For Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
And he said, hey, these things typically don't work, citing reference to Catwoman, Elektra, Supergirl.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, like, specifically picking, like, the worst of the worst. Not mentioning Alien, the whole franchise. Not mentioning, like, Terminator 2. Not mentioning
This is all interesting
like
because all comic book publishers and cartoon studios and stuff, they all want strong female leads.
Right.
Or are very, like, ethnic, like, leads. Yeah. And the movies are the complete opposite.
Yeah, like, they try to make everything as white as possible.
Yeah. So anyway, this is our opinion. Two white dudes.
Two straight white dudes.
Two straight white dudes. Straight?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So what do you guys think?
Let us know your opinions on this whole Black Widow kerfuffle down below or anywhere on social media. Be nice.
Yes.
Please be nice. And let's really have a discussion about this because, we want to know more about what you guys think. I mean, I'm seeing everything on the internet. Like, everybody's getting all mad and shit.
Our fans are the best. They're always nice.
We are, like, you guys.
The people who subscribe always have nice little conversations.
Yeah, you guys are good. So, let us know what you think and get your friends to tell us what they think as well.
Yes.
Be like, I feel this is important.
Most important things you could do to help this community grow.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Share this video with a friend. Also, we got all those other social media garbage.
Yeah.
You're Wulff, damn it, on Twitter.
And you're Bob Wulff on Twitter.
Spelt the right way.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much.
Have a good week. Last week, writer Jerry Conway took to Tumblr to discuss one of the characters he created for DC Comics, Killer Frost. Specifically, he's talking about how he doesn't receive any proper compensation for the character's appearance on the Flash TV show, as a main character.
Yes, the Mewtwo DLC came out for Smash Bros. Recently, and it was announced that in June we'll get Lucas. And after that, there's more planned. A lot of people are mad about this, saying that Nintendo's joining the likes of EA and Activision, cutting their games up and selling it to us in marked up bits and pieces.